so I wanted to talk a little bit about Mystery Babylon. The Lord impressed upon me to tell everyone, my listeners, that Mystery Babylon is not America. There's so many false teachings out there, and it gets confusing. So let's just look at the scripture and see if we can discover what Mystery Babylon, who that might really be. Okay, so in Revelation 17, okay, Revelation 17. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto you the judgment of the great whore that sits upon many waters. Okay, so we know the waters are the people, and it's talking about the whore. So let's get a little more picture of that. With whom the kings of the earth has committed fornication. So the kings of the earth have committed fornication with the whore, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with her wine of her fornication. So it's her fornicating, her whoredom has hurt the world, has made them, it's toxic. What the whore does is toxic. Okay, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-covered beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, so the beast is the beast system that's arising. Remember, I've been talking about how it's going to be a system of governments and peoples together that accommodate then the Antichrist. But the beast system would be like, think of the Nazi system, and then Hitler would be like the Antichrist. So the beast system has 7 heads and 10 horns. So the 10 horns are the 10 governments that are going to come together that I personally believe are from the Arab nations. And then the 7 heads, we still don't exactly know yet, but they are from, I believe, the Roman Empire, that, there'll be France, Germany. These are still being decided, the 7 heads, as we speak. I mean, the Lord's already decided, but we don't know exactly who the 7 heads are yet. But they're most likely in the Latin world, from the Roman Empire. So now the woman, verse 4, was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, meaning they're giving her honor, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said to me, Wherefore did thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, so this is the beast system that the whore is going to sit on. So it said, and here's the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sits. So it can't be America, because first of all, we don't have 7 mountains, but a lot of people think the 7 mountains are Rome, but I believe they're symbolic mountains. So the 7 heads are sitting on the 7 mountains, which are the Emirates, or these meaning like powers, like things that are great in power. So I believe that the beast, the 7 heads of the beast, are the 7 powers that are coming out of the original Roman Empire. So I'll give more talks on that as I understand it more. But the whore is also, it's not a person, and it's not like the Statue of Liberty. Now, thinking America's Mystery Babylon isn't totally off. There's been great evils done in America that where we've linked up with Mystery Babylon, where we're like whoring and fornicating with Mystery Babylon. So, but we're not Mystery Babylon. Like the Lord wanted me to say, America is not Mystery Babylon. Okay? We have the eagle symbol, and there are many, many, many believers in America who are not going to be destroyed. The Lord is not angry at them. There are going to be places, much destruction that's going to happen in America, and the Lord has have those ready to be destroyed. But Mystery Babylon is not a country. It's like, think of the bride of Christ. Think of us as being like the bride. So we're all over, but we're all in relation with the Lord. So we're the bride. So we're all in an intimate relationship with the Lord, and we're like a bunch of us, right? But we're the bride. So think of the whore. Think of Mystery Babylon as the opposite of the bride, but the same picture of that. So the whore is all the waters are the people, but the whore is like the opposite of the bride. So the whore is beliefs and systems that are all fornicating with lies, all fornicating and bringing fornication, and it's all the false system. It's all like the deep state. It's all knowledge and teaching that goes against the pure, intimate relationship with the Lord. So that's the bride, and the whore is everything that's not the bride. So the whore, the Mystery Babylon, is sitting on, she rides the beast, and it says that the 7 heads are the 7 mountains on which the women sit. So the beast system, the whore, has always been there, okay? The whore, any false religion, false teaching, anything that exalts itself above the name of the Lord is the whore. That's you're in the whore kingdom. You're in the prostitute kingdom. You're not in the real fellowship with God and the bride. So think of if you could think of that, it helps. I've had so many pictures of like I saw in a dream the whore come out of the pillars of this church I was going to, kind of stick out her face, and it's not a person, but the spirit. It's like a spirit of a whore, and she does everything to get people to not believe in Jesus, and she actively is martyring and killing. But see, this is not like the Catholic Church. That's a picture of it as they martyred throughout generations. But the whore is actually active right now. It's like killing the Christians in Sri Lanka and murdering a Christian every 5 minutes. That's how many martyrs are happening right now. The whore is actively doing that. And in the fullness of the tribulation, the 3.5 years of tribulation, which is coming up really soon, the whore will be in her height, in her glory, because the beast system will be the system of the earth, and the Antichrist will be rising, and so all of that. But think of it as like a system. Like the whore is like a system. Like we're the bride, we're with Jesus. The whore is everything that's having sex with something else. I don't know how else to say it, but having intimate relationship with knowledge that isn't really important, or false teaching. So I had a friend once who killed herself, who hung herself in her studio, and I was had to clean up all her stuff after, and she had hundreds and hundreds of books that were about false religions and false teachings, and she had New Age and Hinduism and Islamic and astrology and aliens and think of everything that would be anything but the pure following of Jesus. So the Kabbalah, all that stuff. So there were all these books, and she was so into all these other teachings, she was literally submerged under the spirit of the whore. So that was kind of like, that would be the picture of it. And it's so strong and so evil that even when I was cleaning up her stuff, I mean, I got it in the back of my car and I wanted to like kill myself. So I had to just drive it right to a dump and get rid of those books right away. So I hope that helps. I'll try to teach more, but America is not Mystery Babylon, and neither is a person, but it is a system, and it's evil, and it's huge. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I hope it helps. Okay. Because America, we got to get this into perspective, guys. Everyone is not going to be destroyed in America. We are actually the eagle, and I want to give a talk about that next. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you get anything out of these videos. Thanks.